What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Crystal Palace Career Mode. This episode we are starting Season 3 of the Career Mode, and this is our final season of the Career Mode as well. And we're going to be beginning with the transfer window as always. And so what we are intending to do, I want to sign a new centre back and also potentially a new midfielder. But in general, I'm pretty happy with the squad I've got, but there are changes which I do wish to make, and I do need to start looking for some players, because what I realised is when I was doing the training, if I go into my squad and look at centre-backs, I only have 3 on the books, and one of them is 61 rated, who's out on loan this year as well. So a new centre-back to help cover Mbemba and Stones might be in order, but I need to work out who exactly it is I want to sign, and also who I would like to add to the midfield, because Jason Punchin is 31 years old and he's centre 5 rated. I'm not particularly thinking that he's going to be in the team because Williams is going to be ahead of him this season. So I'm going to put him up for transfer because I want to get the 2 million for him along with the wage increase as well. Boateng I'm also going to let go as well, because obviously this is my final season, so even young players potentially coming in and going out on loan aren't going to be able to cut it in a way. The same thing goes for people like for Cabaye and MacArthur, but the thing is with Cabaye, he's 81 rated, and to be fair, I do actually kind of like him in the game, so I'm going to keep hold of him for now at least. But in January, if I feel like I want to get rid of him, I will do so. MacArthur is in the same situation, but the thing with MacArthur is he's got Tielemans and Dele Alli both ahead of him. So MacArthur is going to be going onto the transfer list. Who else have we got here? Jordan Much, Centre 4 rated 25. I could get a bit of money for him, but I'm going to keep him around. Maybe I'll use him a bit more this season. But now here comes the issue with the left mids. I'm going to sell Sacco because I do want to bring in another centre mid, and if I do that, then I will be playing more centrally than I would have done last season. And Balassi is perfectly capable of playing on the left, and of course I have people like Kai and Zaha, who I'm going to keep both of them. Anderson here I'm putting on the transfer list because, well, even if I was doing about 10 more seasons, he wasn't going to make it anyway for me. Batshuayi I'm keeping hold of, Giroud I'm keeping hold of. Dwight Gale, I'm not going to transfer list him, but if an offer comes in for him which I find acceptable, I will be letting him go. In terms of who I would like to sign, I'm not thinking of young players that are going to grow, because obviously it's my last season, so I want to sign an established centre-back who is going to be around the level that I already have with Stones and Mbemba. But if I was going to replace one of them, it would be Mbemba. So I'm going to be looking for a centre-back, and I'm actually going to be looking outside of the BPL for this centre-back, because I would like to sign, and it is going to be pretty tricky, I'm not going to lie, because he is a world-class centre-back who signed for PSG, which is why I should probably put PSG into the search bar. And that is David Luiz. He was 30 years old. I didn't realize he was that old actually. But he is 84 rated, and it would only cost me around 15 million to sign him, which isn't that bad, and he is a good centre-back, and seeing as how I'm only doing one more season, it might be alright to sign him. So I'm actually going to go ahead and try and get him, but it is not going to be an easy purchase. He probably will be going for a lot more than 15, but I'm going to start with an offer of 13, and hopefully I can just tease PSG's interest to let him go. And obviously David Luiz, he's not a slow centre-back even at 30 years old, so I'm going to skip ahead to try and pick him up as quickly as possible. Maybe PSG will be willing to let him go for cheaper. Let's take a look at here. Who have we got? The most money comes from the European International Cup. So that is the tournament we're going to enter. An extra 7 million. Yes, please. Okay, 7 emails. Have ourselves the International Cup. We have players returning from their loan spells. We also have Hennessy has left to go join Aston Villa. Obviously, we are very happy to let that happen. The board would like me to reach the final of the Europa League. Now that is definitely something which is not going to be easy. But I'd say it's definitely doable. I definitely feel that we can challenge for that. The table for our pre-season tournament, Valencia, Porto and Napoli. Now that is a challenge. That's a very difficult challenge actually. All three of those teams can play in the Champions League, which is going to be, wow, good test for us. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how we do when I sim the games, because as you know, I do sim the group stages of the International Cup tournaments, but then of course I will be willing to play the other games. Fine order of sending an offer of 6.5 million for Zaha, who is already worth 7.5. So we're going to ask them to double their fee, £13 million, and I would be willing to let Zaha go, because that would mean I have a lot of money to spend. It would be very interesting. They want 23.5 for David Luiz, so I could probably pick him up for about 17. If I can pick David Luiz up for 17 million, that is a bargain and a half, because they signed him for 50 million, so would be a pretty decent budget to get rid of. Alassani can go out on loan. I'm pretty happy with that to happen. I've never used him, and I'm not likely to at all this season either. Off for Zaha again. Going to put in the same thing here. 13 million, and you may have Wilfried Zaha. Although there is a player in mind who I could potentially get if he does happen to go. And you're going to like it, because he can play central as well. In fact, he should really still be a central player. I'm going to play that team right there. We're up against Porto. Hopefully we're going to pick up a win. It'll be a decent start for us in the tournament. And we've picked up a 1-0 loss with Mbemba being sent off. And that kind of proves to me that I do need another centre-back, which hopefully David Luiz is the replacement idea. Transfer offer accepted. That is unbelievable. Now, it's not going to be cheap to pick up David Luiz. In fact, we're going to have to offer him crucial, and I might even have to offer him 20%. Hopefully he'll pick that up. Come on, guy. You've been at PSG for a long time. You've won the league. Surely you would like a challenge. Okay, they're saying 7 million. I will say 12. I'll overpay 1 million for them. Okay, and Zaha's popular today, so I'll stick with 12. So 12 million, and they can have ourselves. Oh, Everton would like Michi Batshuayi, but they're offering a lot of money for him. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to offer 32.5 million, and they can have Batshuayi, which would be quite an impressive transfer budget for us to use. Okay, let's skip ahead a bit. So, will we get a contract offer accepted? Not just yet. Everton have matched the 32.5 million for Batshuayi. Wow, didn't see that one coming. Has anybody matched the 12 million? No, but fine, I would have said 10. I do like Zaha, but then again, 10 million is a lot of money, and he is on quite high wages, I think. I'm going to accept that. You know what? 10 million, you can have him. I accepted 10 million, so I'm not going to accept those offers. Payne would like to be putting goal for the next game. Not going to happen, mate, I'm sorry. In fact, I haven't looked at the players that came back from loan. Speroni I can't get rid of either, because he's retiring at the end of his contract. Though I could do another goalkeeper as well, which would be quite useful. So, who have we got along here? Ianga Lokilo. 60 rated, 18 years old, he's pretty quick. Shall I keep... No, I can't. Transfer list. Any other time I probably would keep him around, but last season, I'm in the Europa League, I need to be picking up good results. I've got McCarthy back. Still got McCarthy, now he's back from injury. Might be interesting to use him. There are players that came back from loans. Okay, Scales, Christian Scales. Transfer list you. Gray. I will be doing the same to you. Who else have we got? We got Kroll, who I need to keep around for now because of the fact I've only got 3 centre-backs, and David Luiz is being very slow to respond. But let's just do it this way. Come on. Mbemba's out, Kroll is in, which is going to be interesting. And we picked up a draw, and we missed a penalty in the 75th minute. Williams did get injured though, which I'm hopeful is not going to be very serious. And David Luiz is accepted. That is one hell of a signing for us there. £18 million left, although that's going to come down when I adjust the wage budget. But the signing of David Luiz is insane. Wilfried Zaha, I accepted off for 10 million, so I'll also counter offer that with Ajax, and also I'll do it with Hull. So if Hull or anybody would like Wilfried Zaha, then 10 million is now the asking price. I started off at 13, so £3 million. I'm willing to let that bit go. But we have signed David Luiz, which is an insane signing, and Williams is out for 2 months. That is ridiculous. But I do have enough centre mids right now to cover that position. And in fact, I will toy around with the squad right now. Another offer for Zaha. He's not even on the transfer list, and people are interested in him all over. Who else have we got here? We got another offer for Batshuayi. I'm going to try and push a bit more out of these guys, because if they accept it and he goes to there, I get more money. So I've already got an offer accepted from Everton, so I had no idea they were going to accept that sort of money. And Wilfried Zaha has got the final for 10 million. So we've sold Zaha, which is interesting moves right there. So we're going to bring in Williams. No, sorry, bring out Williams because of his injury. We're going to bring in Balassi, and then we're going to bring David Luiz on to the bench, because David Luiz can also play in midfield, but for now he's going to start next to Jonathan Stones. It is Jonathan Stones, isn't it? I think so. If it's not John Stones, yeah, I'll go with that. Okay, I'm going to also bring Sawyer back into the team, and that is a pretty solid back four. And in fact, I'm also going to bring Ward out, because Ward, he wasn't really doing it for me last season. He kept missing out, and I think Hunt or Kelly, question to be answered right here. Hunt is quicker, in fact he's a lot quicker, and he's a bit younger. They're about almost the same age. They've got pretty much identical stats, but Hunt does like to go more forward. Kelly does like to mix it up. I'll give Kelly a go first. I'll bring out Kai, and I'm going to bring in Kabai, I think. There it is. I accidentally brought Hunt onto the bench when I did that, which was kind of annoying. So I'll bring Kai back onto the bench. I'll bring out McCarthy, so I now put a goalkeeper on the bench. And we'll bring in Anderson for now, because I have a feeling we're going to be losing Batshuayi in the next couple of days, which I'm not overly happy about, but if I can bring us a replacement that is just as good, then I will be perfectly happy with that. Hopefully we can pick up a win here against a good Valencia team. Good start, and it's a 4-1 win. We've absolutely smashed them, which is good to see, but is it enough to send us through into the next round? It is in fact good enough. We're going to be against Atletico Bilbao. Batshuayi has gone to Everton for 32.5 million. That is a lot of money, and it also means we have a lot of money to play around with now. If I just adjust the budget a little bit, I have an awful lot of money to spend. So, if I want to replace Batshuayi, I need a player who is roughly around the same rating, who is also a proven goal scorer. And the player that I am thinking of, who I think would be absolutely perfect for this role, is going to be, and I forgot his name, Danny Welbeck. Actually, no, what am I doing? Why am I going so small on this? Alexandre Lacazette. He's at Tottenham, and he's going to cost me 27 million. Okay, change of plan. I won't be able to afford him, so we're going to go for the next idea, which is Aubameyang, who's a little older, and he's still at Dortmund, and would cost me just a little bit more. 30 million I'm talking about spending for this guy. I'm going to start off with an offer of £23 million for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, him and Giroud up front would complement each other so well. Giroud to win the ball, and Aubameyang with his electric pace would be insane. Like, ridiculously insane. Offer for Jason Punchin, who is of course on the transfer list. I'm willing to accept 1.7. I will let him go for that. I'm going to be bringing in a lot of players hopefully this window as well. Kai with like Zaha's spot. Technically you are getting it, but also you're kind of not, because I'm going back to being central, as it has worked for me a lot recently on this game. So Dwight Gale's going to start up front. I'm going to sim it because I want to get transfers done, but if we can beat Valencia, I'm fairly confident we can beat Atletico Bilbao. Although they do have a lot of good players. Like, look at their squad. I mean, they've got DeMarcus, who's really rapid, and Laporte, who's obviously a great young talent. We are 1-0 down. Balenciaga is very good. Iturraspe is the same thing. They've got a lot of decent players, and we've come out with a 2-1 loss, which is unfortunate, but does mean that we are picking up a little bit of money anyway. In fact, we picked up 2.5 million for that, which is pretty good. But we should be okay to move on, and let's just do the player development training. And I'm going to have to change one of the trains because I did have Batshuayi doing it. And we're going to bring in... Let's bring in a centre mid. Anybody here who needs training? Not really that they need it, because they're not going to grow too much. I'll give one to John Stones. Let's get him up. I'll use El Rondo. Okay, how have they all done? A D, C, C, B, D. No one doing particularly well. Friar's having a B, which is reasonably okay. And we are approaching... Oh my god, they want 46 million. That's a lot of money. Let's go with 35. I really want Aubameyang because of his pace. Like, I've never used him on career mode. I've used him a lot on Ultimate Team. But come on, if I pick him up, it'll be amazing. Offer for Payne, you can go out on loan. I can get this money. I could even ask the board for more money if I want to, which I'm tempted to do actually. Because it's my last season, so they won't judge me on anything until the end. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and request some more money, and I'm not talking cheap. I'm going to talk 10 million. From the board, and I'm going to say qualify for Champions League in the league. With the Cup, I'll reach the semi-final, and with the Europa League, I'll stick with reach the final. Actually, no, I'll go win the Cup. Why not? Like I said, last season. Even if I don't win the Cup and they sack me, it's still the end of the series. So, if I can pull that off, then give me more money. What? You are seriously kidding me on that one, right? Okay, we've got an offer accepted for Aubameyang anyway. Same situation, I'm going to offer him a lot of money, a lot of bonuses, 2-year contract, a crucial first team player, and if I can pick him up, I have an awesome strike force once again, and I think Dwight Gale is going to be pissed off once again. Come on. Offer for Scales, you can go out, mate. I don't mind losing you. Get a bit more money. I'm going to pull this off. I'm picking up 2 of the best players, David Luiz and Aubameyang. Aubameyang normally goes to Manchester United, I'm applying for Crystal Palace. This is unreal. Okay, here we go. Here's the problem one. 1, 2, 3, 4, vegetarian. 190 grand a week, mate. How's that suit you? Come on, mate. You know you want to. You're a top player at your current club. You'll be the top player at Crystal Palace, mate. You'll be the top-rated player. You want to do it. You know you want to do it. Soye offer. Wow, that's interesting. He hasn't been in the greatest form for me lately. And it would be a lot of money. I'll go with 8 million. 8 million pounds and they can have Soye. Offer for Anderson. I'm perfectly happy to let him go now. I'm signing Aubameyang. Because I am making sure that I assign Aubameyang. It's happening. Okay, come on. Come on. Boateng. Come on. There we go. You're signed. This is going to be a long episode, guys, by the way. Almost 20 minutes in. Okay, Scales. You're sold. Fantastic. Talking about my squad, just to make sure I haven't got, 2 little reserves. I've got 8 reserves at the minute. I'll have 9 once I've signed Aubameyang, which I'm guaranteeing is going to happen. I want him so badly. He's declined again. Okay. I'm going for it. 230 grand a week. I'm running out of hope here. Lacazette is my next choice. 8 million matched for Soye. Anderson has gone. I need Aubameyang in this team soon. Because I've got my first game of the league coming up. And there he is. Aubameyang is in the team and I still have 20 million left over. But who do I sign for that money? Soye has gone. Boateng has gone. But I've got Aubameyang. And I'm playing Aston Villa in the first game of the season. Stones are going up to an 83. I have an awesome team going at the minute. Okay, I need to sort out this team. So, Aubameyang is already on the bench. I only have 6 reserves now. So I do have to sign a couple of players just to make up the numbers. But Aubameyang is going to be starting. There. And we'll be... Oh my god, I'm going to cam at the minute. Okay, MacArthur's going to come into the team and Dele Alli is going to play at cam. And I need to go and make some signings. Just generally, just to get these numbers full. Much is going to come onto the bench. And for the first time in a long time, I'm going to have to use a goalkeeper on the bench. But there we go, that is the team at the minute. But I'm really considering another centre mid. And a CDM who would be perfect is who I'm thinking of signing next. And I have an idea of who that might be. And it's actually going to be... No, it's going to be a cam, actually. And it's going to cost me a little bit of money, I think. In fact, I wonder what rating Ødegaard is right now. Because he wouldn't be that expensive, actually. But let's think of someone else who we could bring in for now. I'm thinking a bit of Juan Mata. Maybe. Alright, Juan Mata is technically a right mid, but he's at PSG and he's 19 million. I only have 20 left in the budget. Okay, scrap that idea. I need to think of a player who is going to be good enough to be my first choice. And I think in a CDM is probably the preferred role here. I'm happy with my defence. I'm happy with my midfield. I could do the left back actually now I've sold Soye. But I do have Hunt who could play there. And Ward as well. So midfielder is definitely my priority at the minute. But it's thinking about who I could sign. Because I do want a really good midfield. And I think MacArthur, because Dele Alli is 77, he'll grow this season. But I want MacArthur. I want a higher rated CDM. So I think I'm trying to give a centre mid. And I am using my experience of Ultimate Team here to try and work out who that could be. And there is a name that's popping out to me. Because he is very good. And he's also one of the strongest players I've ever seen in a game. And he plays for Newcastle. And it's going to sound like a weird choice, but I think he's underrated in this game. And that is Cheick Tiote. He is ridiculously good in this game. And he would be perfect for that role. But he's 31 years old, and I do kind of want a player who's... No. Okay, let's try and think of someone else. Let's just search BPL in general, CDMs. Let's just see what pops up. Because I do really want a decent player. Ooh, how about Dimitri Payet? How about we put Dele Alli at CDM and then play Dimitri Payet? Oh, that would be cool. Danny Blind. Oh, Danny Blind would be a decent signing. Emre Can? I'm thinking Blind, you know. I'm generally thinking Blind. I mean, Besic is there as well, and Besic is a really good player. Okay, keep Blind in our minds. There's no one else who's really popping out to me. Coquelin might be decent. Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer. Now that would be interesting. That would be very interesting, actually. I really want to... Oh, hello. Okay. So we got Eric Dyer, Inler, 75 rated, but a very good player. Cheick Tiote. Jedinaku I sold. Try and sign Matic. Wow, that's a lot of money. McCarthy, maybe. He's got decent stats. Musonda Ramirez. Wow, he's not expensive at all, and he's 81 rated, and he would be perfect for my team. I'm going to try it. Although it's not going to be easy, the fact that he plays for Chelsea. Try 6 million, because you get to sign a contract. But it's whether Chelsea will accept it or not. But I will try and sign someone else while I'm at it, and I think I think I am going to be going for Blind. And let's try 10 million. You know, he's worth 14, but he's yet to sign a contract, which does kind of mean you have a chance of getting him. I mean, if I can theoretically pick up both of them, it would be ideal. Come on then. We've reached the Villa game. We've got 2 unacceptables. But what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna leave it there. So I'm gonna try. Okay. Would it be a bad thing for me to sim the game against Villa? Would it be a bad thing? It would be, actually, yeah, it would. So I'm going to leave the episode here, guys. I'm going to play the game against Villa at the beginning of the next episode, and then we'll try and get transfers sorted. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. If you have, make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a comment, and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you all in another video.